All right, so everybody, it looks like my ice barrel finally came. I'm super excited for this. Been saving up for a while to get this, and really looking forward to doing more ice baths in this particular product. So let's set this thing up and take an overall look. Okay, so I got it all set up here in my backyard, and yeah, this is it. So here's a picture of the inside. You don't see too many pictures of the inside, so I thought I'd get you that. But let's climb in this thing and check it out. Here we go. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get in this thing with holding a camera and everything, but I'm getting in there. All right. Now I'm standing in here. I'm about 5'8", so you can see it comes up to the waistline here, which isn't bad. And going down, I know this isn't the best camera angle, but you can see I can go all the way down and have plenty of room to do like a full submerging kind of thing. And this thing is pretty wide, so I feel like it'd be pretty universal for a lot of people of all shapes and sizes. But that's that. Let's do an ice bath. Let's check this thing out. Welcome back to the ice bath. I'm gonna get into this bad boy, the ice barrel. Just got it. It's at 48 degrees, but let's have a little Miller time. All right, let's get in this bitch. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the little ice barrel plunge there I did for you. I had a lot of fun doing it. And yes, I actually did do that legitimately, as you saw in like the second film I laid over. First one was just had goggles on, just goofing around, but whatever. So I wanted to get into the specs of the ice barrel and why I personally think you should buy it. And hopefully this does help you find what you're looking for or help you purchase it. And I'm not sponsored by them. I saved and bought this with my own money. So there's no like persuading just because I have it and I think you should have it. This is 100% my own doing. The reason I got it, first of all, was cost efficiency. It's probably the cheapest one I found, and I actually highly recommend you start even cheaper than this. I did a ice bath setup for under $100, and I recommend you try something like that first to see if you even want to stay with it and if you keep wanting to invest any more money in that or not. So this was about $1,100, give or take. They always have sales going on. You can get like 125 off, 150 off, and you get free shipping, which is great. But about around $1,100. And I looked at other ice baths or barrels or whatever, and those get really pricey. The cheapest one I found ice bath wise was $5,000, and then it just went up to $10,000. Kind of insane, to be honest with you. Does not need to be that much. The only reason it really costs that much is just because there's a water chilling system involved with the ice bath. Other than that, the ice bath is stuff you could pick up at Home Depot and make. It really comes down to the filtering system and the chiller system, which I'm not against getting. I'll get to that in just a second with the ice barrel. But cost efficiency, that's where it's around. The other reason I like it is the size of it, the weight, the storage, the drainage system. It's just super light. I was able to take it out of the box myself, set it up, move it around, and it's super, super convenient, to be honest with you. If you want to take it to other places, you can load it up in your car. It doesn't take up a lot of space, which I really like, unlike the other ice baths that just take up a ton of space. They're heavy, and if you don't have that kind of space, it kind of sucks. And that's where the ice barrel comes in, because you can put this thing almost anywhere, and that's why I like it a lot. The only thing I could say I did give them a lot of feedback is the drainage system. What I did here is drill a couple holes on the opposite side of the drainage faucet at the bottom. That way, when I was to tip it over, I don't mess up that area. I went to the opposite side, and I think I got up to about a half an inch circle, about six holes, and it works perfect. That's what I love about this thing too. You can really make it your own. You could do a lot to it. And it's kind of fun to make it your own. So I just put a couple drainage holes and solved the issue, because there is a lip on the inside where not all the water is able to get out. And with the holes, I could just tip it over and I get all the water out and get fresh water in there when I'm ready. Another thing, keeping the water clean, they do offer a water stabilizer, which I do highly recommend that you get. It's not that much. I think it's like $40. You don't use a lot, and it does help keep the water clean. So far I've gotten up to about 3 weeks now. Haven't had to change it out, but I do treat my water every week with either like a half a cup or a quarter cup of isopropyl alcohol. I think 70% it is, just to treat it, just because, I don't know if it's really doing anything, but maybe it's a placebo to kind of keep the bacteria and all that down. Another thing I do before I get in is kind of shower real quick, do a quick rinse, and then I hop in. Just anything to kind of preserve water, because nowadays water is kind of scarce, and I just want to be thoughtful of how long I can use it. I think I can get up to about a month, and then I'll have to drain it, clean it, and start with fresh water. But you can also, if you do keep this outside, you can add what is called a solar pool ionizer, and it looks like this. Again, this would only be effective if you keep it outside. I've had friends use this in their pools, and it seems to be very effective without using any chemicals, and it keeps the bacteria down. Give that a try. I haven't personally tried it. I'm going to, but it looks like it could work, in my opinion. Again, I haven't tried it yet, but I will. And if that's something you want to give a go, give it a shot. Anything to keep the water clean without having to use chlorine and any like harsh chemicals is always the best way to go. Also, I'm coming back to the water chiller that I talked about. I did talk to Ice Barrel Company myself personally through email, and said, hey, with water being as scarce as it is nowadays, with a filtering system like the other ones, are you guys in development with something like this? And they have assured me they are working on it. They're developing a chiller system specifically, yeah, you know what I mean, for their barrel, which I'm really excited for, because it'll most likely have a filtering system, and you won't have to continuously buying ice all the time. Unfortunately, that's what you sign up for when you get it, knowing that you will have to buy a lot of ice. So you can't really get upset over that aspect of it. But they are working on it, because I think they understand how water is very scarce. And with the filtering system and the chiller system, it does open up a bigger, broader opportunities for you to do more ice baths, like in the morning and at night, whenever you want, which is super great because the more you do it, the more you just feel alive and better. That's what, for me personally, that's how I feel. So the water chiller system is coming, but you can go on Amazon, you can buy one, you can set one up yourself. It's actually really, really easy. I looked at a lot of people, they've done it, but I personally want to wait for Ice Barrel to bring out theirs because I think they're going to come up with something super cool and super unique to them already, and I can't wait. I think it's going to be super cool. And lastly, just get creative with your barrel. Getting in and out can be somewhat difficult. You can buy a step stool that has more, that gets you up a little higher, that way you can get in. I've seen some people cut a hole in their deck and slide it underneath, that way they could just hop in and out, which is really, really cool. But you could build it however you want. I think it's endless opportunities with something like this, which I really enjoy. I like getting creative with mine. I have a couple more ideas how I want to do and set up my ice barrel, but I'm really, really happy with it. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason I won't give it 10 out of 10 just because nothing is perfect, and it does have its ups and downs. One of them is not having a chiller system, which again, you kind of know that going into it. And for some who do have like serious injuries, like with your legs or your arms, it can be quite difficult to get in and out of that thing unless you have some sort of setup. Like I said, like people have cut holes in their deck where they could just walk right into it, which is really awesome. So if you could do something like that, that'd be great for you. But that's my only big, I wouldn't say downfall, but a couple of things that I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. But honestly, I'm really, really happy with the purchase, and I think you will be too. So thanks for watching this. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Peace.